Hi everyone. So this is the AA Crash Course Part 3, where I'm going to assist you with, help you with how to crack the MCQs. Okay, I'm not going to discuss many of MCQ questions here. I'm just going to give you clues on how to read the question, how you can manage your time with the MCQs, because this is the area where students think options are similar. First of all, the biggest fear for the students is that option A, B, C, D all seems to be similar and I'm unable to pick up the right answer. And uh, the students tend to spend a lot of time in the MCQs. Here, for your audit and assurance paper, basically your time for that is your mark for section A is going to be 30 marks, right? So I would say, as it's completely theory and you require minimum of calculations. If at all you have some materiality calculation or a ratio calculation, you might require a calculator. Otherwise, your options and your questions are going to be theoretical. I would say not to spend more than 30 to 35 minutes in MCQs for AA paper. And what is the point at which I can appear for the MCQs? Okay. Students ask me whether I can appear for the MCQs first and then go to section B or section A at the last. Okay. I would say if you're very confident with the MCQs, it is beneficial for you to appear for the MCQs first. Because when you're confident, you will be able to um, appear for the questions easily. And if you could complete the MCQs within 30 to 35 minutes, you will have almost 2.5 hours for 70 marks, pending 70 marks, right? So this 30 marks you can obtain within 30 minutes, and then you will have 2.5 hours for 70 marks, where you can split it into 1 hour for the 30 marks and 45 minutes each for 220 marks. Okay. So that way, if you're confident enough with MCQs, you can save your time for the section B questions by appearing for section A first. Otherwise, if you think you are not confident enough with the MCQs, you could better appear for it at the last. You have the uh, navigator button in your screen so that you can directly navigate to your section B. You can go to the 16th, 17th, and 18th question, whichever you want. And you can appear for those questions and then get back to section A at the last. But even in that instance, you have to make sure that you at least have 35 to 40 minutes or at least minimum of 30 minutes, which is very less. But as this is a weak area for you, you should at least make sure you have 40 to 35 minutes for appearing for the MCQs. Okay. And for those students who are going to appear for the MCQs in the beginning, um, make sure you don't spend more time for MCQs, because that's just clicking on the answer and you're going to get 30 marks. But the 70 marks requires huge typing of answers, huge amount of answers that you have to type. So you require a proper typing speed as well. And you have to think, and then you have to read the big scenarios and then judge the answer. You have to remember the concepts and then type the answer. So make sure you have a long time for the constructed response question and spend lesser time on MCQs. But make sure you get the answers correct, because these are simpler marks which you can get immediately. Okay. Now I'll just give few clues on how you can read the question and then get the answer. Okay. So I'm going with the same question paper. The question paper's link also has been given in the description. Okay. So section A, the first question. You are an audit manager of Horty and Company, and you're considering a number of ethical issues which have arisen on some of the firm's standing audit clients. So basically, when you're reading this question, I'm just reading the introduction. Again, if you have not watched my previous videos, the last two videos were on mock debrief. Okay, so I have given all the clues and tips and examiners' comments on the section B questions, 30 marks question and the 220 marks question. Do watch that video, it will be helpful. Okay, now again, here I would say, I'm repeating this, don't read the complete scenario and then go for the MCQ questions. You will be having this particular scenario, this complete scenario on the left hand side of your screen, and on the right hand side you will be displayed with the MCQ question. So I would suggest just read the introduction first and then go to the question. Read the question and relating to that, read the paragraphs, read the case. Okay. Only then you can click on the answer easily. This can save your time. If you're going to read the complete scenario and then go for all the 5 questions, you will read the question, again come to the scenario, again read it. So you can skip that particular time. Okay. Now, and also when coming to this case scenario, it will be relating to one particular concept, okay, on which you will be tested, all the 5 questions. So, this one in the introduction, you can find out which area, knowledge area they are going to test. So, based on that, make up your mind. And here it's going to be considering a number of ethical issues which have arisen on some of the firm's long-standing audit clients. So, basically, this is going to be relating to the ethics area. That could be the threats to the ACCA code of ethics. Okay. So, remember all the ACCA code of ethics and what are the threats. Then go for the question. Don't have any other things in your mind. You have to just think of these two concepts and then just you can start reading the question. Okay. Which of the following statements correctly explains the possible threats to Horty and Company's independence and recommends an appropriate safeguard in relation to their audit of Tree Company? So this is related to the threats to independence and relating to Tree Company. Okay. So this is, you have been given Tree Company, Bush Company, and Plant Company and Weed Company. Here, the first question is relating to only the Tree Company, right? So, Horty and Company is planning its external audit of Tree Company. Yesterday, the audit engagement partner, Charlie Thrower, discovered that a significant fee for information security services, which were provided to Tree Company by Horty and Company, is overdue. Charlie hopes to be able to resolve the dispute amicably and has confirmed that he will discuss the matter with the finance director, Percy Marsh, at the weekend, as they are both attending a party to celebrate the engagement of Charlie's daughter and Percy's son. Okay, so who is the audit engagement partner here? Charlie Thrower. Okay, and Percy Marsh is the finance director of the client company. Okay, that is Tree Company. Now, coming back to the question. The question asked you explain the possible threats to Horty Company's independence and recommend an appropriate safeguard in relation to the audit of Tree Company, right? Now, let's read out the options. An intimidation threat exists due to the overdue fee, and Tree Company should be advised that all fees must be paid prior to the auditor's report being signed. First of all, you can just start either you can go approach the questions in 2 ways. One is that you're searching for the right answer, okay, or you can eliminate whichever you think are the wrong answers. Start eliminating that. So I'm telling this option, I definitely know it's not going to be an intimidation threat. Okay, there is no intimidation here, so this is wrong totally. So whichever options here I have as one is included in the option, I would say that is definitely wrong. So option A is telling me that 1, 2, and 3. I know 1 is a wrong answer, right? So this option cannot be there. Same way, B also has an option of 1. So this is also wrong. So finally, I have eliminated 2 options. So I have only C and D in my hands. Okay. So I have to know whether it is 2 or 3. A self-review threat exists due to the nature of the non-audit work which has been performed, and an engagement quality control review should be carried out. Here, actually, the non-audit work that they have carried out is information security services. Okay, that is not going to give you any self-review threat as such, because self-review threat is where if you're going to perform, for example, if it's going to be you are going to prepare the financial statements of the company, then it would be self-review threat. But it's just going to be information security systems, right? I would say this is also a wrong answer. So C is also eliminated. So my answer would definitely be D. I can again cross-check with this. A self-interest threat exists due to the relationship between Charlie and Percy, and Charlie should be removed as audit partner. Yes, this is of course correct. There is a relationship, personal relationship between Charlie and Percy, right? So 3 is my answer. So I'm telling you that you can start eliminating the options. If you are clear that this is the wrong answer, this option is not going to be there in the correct answer, then you can start eliminating the wrong options. Then you will automatically get the correct answer. Or you can, if you're very clear with the concepts, you will directly get the correct answer. I'm telling for those people who think all the answers are similar, start eliminating the wrong ones. You will get the correct one. Okay. I'll quickly help you with this complete case. Okay. Taking into account the concern of the ethics partner, which of the partners identified as potential replacements should take over the Bush company for the year ended 31 October 2018? So, normally from this question, we can understand there is a potential replacement. Okay. So, we have to find out which person could be replaced. Okay. Now I'm going to read the Bush Company's scenario. Horty and Company is the external auditor of Bush Company and also provides other non-audit services to the company. While performing the audit for the year ended 31 October 2018, the audit engagement partner was taken ill and took an indefinite leave of absence from the firm. So audit engagement partner is going on leave. So he has to be replaced now. The ethics partner has identified the potential replacement and is keen that independence is maintained to the highest level. Now, Brian Smith, who is also the partner in charge of tax services provided to Bush and Company. So already he is engaged with Bush and Company. So I would say I cannot engage him as a audit engagement partner. So Brian Smith I can eliminate. Next one, who was the audit engagement partner for the 10 years ended 31 October 2007. So I cannot take him as an audit engagement partner again. Next, who introduced Bush Company as a client when she joined the firm as an audit partner 5 years ago? So basically, this person is not engaged with the client firm as of now. He or she has just introduced the client to Horty Company, right? Now, this could be the correct answer. Let me check with the next one also. Pete Russo, who is also the partner in charge of the payroll services. Again, he is already engaged with this Bush company, right? So I think Cassie Dixon would be the correct answer. Yes, C would be the correct answer. Okay. So this is the way in which read, think, and then come to the conclusion. Okay. I also wanted to tell you that if you are going to appear for section A at the last, I told make sure you have at least time of 35 to 30 minutes, right? Don't get tensed first of all, because this is going to be a big scenario which you have to read and choose the options. So don't get tensed, because if you get tensed, if you're stressing yourself, you will not be able to understand the scenario and you will not be able to pick up the answer. Okay? Be tension free and write the exam. Now, which of the following correctly identifies the threats to Horty Company's independence and proposes an appropriate course of action for the firm if Alan Marshall accepts appointment as a non-executive director of plant company? Okay, so we are going to read regarding the plant company. Plant company is a large private company with a financial year to 30 June and has been an audit client of Horty and Company for several years. Alan Marshall, a partner of Horty Company, has acted as an engagement quality control reviewer on the last two audits to the year ended 30 June 2018. At a recent meeting, he advised that he can no longer be EQCR on the engagement as he is considering accepting appointment as a non-executive director and will sit on the audit committee of the plant company. So he is going to be non-executive director in the client company. Okay. The board of directors has also asked Horty and Company if they would be able to provide internal audit services to the company. Okay, this is a different point. We don't have to look at this point for this question. Okay. So now looking at the options. Here, what is the threat and course of action? Okay. The question is asking you identify the threats to independence and propose appropriate course of action if Alan Marshall accepts appointment as NED at the client company. Now, if he is going to be an NED at the client company, he cannot be an auditor, right? He cannot be an audit engagement partner. So first of all, he must resign as a auditor. That is the main key point that you have to remember. He cannot be a non-executive director in the client company when he's going to be an audit engagement partner. So the main point here is that he must resign as an auditor. So basically, I'm going to get rid of these 2 points. These 2 points cannot be there. Only C and D is going, B and C is going to include my option. Okay. Now here, what kind of threat it is going to be? This is definitely not going to be a familiarity threat. So I can get rid of this. So my answer is going to be self-interest and self-review threat. You can go through the scenario again. So there is no familiarity threat. So my answer is self-interest and self-review threat. Okay. Now, the same way I'm not going with this again. So the way in which I have explained it to you for the first question, start reading the question, then go back to the scenario and then find out the option. Just start eliminating the wrong ones and check whether whatever has been left out. I'm not telling that just click on that answer, it would be correct. You have to cross verify. You have to verify whether, yes, my option that is left out is correct. Maybe that your first option itself would be correct. So read through the question properly and then get the answer. Don't get panicked with the MCQs. Okay. Fine. So if you want me to, that's the end of the AA crash course that I have discussed. Now, if you want me to discuss any other topic in detail, you can post it in the comment section. I'll definitely try posting a video on that topic as well. Okay. And all the best for the exams. Thank you.